All right, what's up, guys? It's me, Chris Lee, aka Tony, singer, songwriter, producer, audio engineer. Um, Check this out. Let me put my glasses on so I can get in my Einstein mode so I can see the screen. All right, y'all seen in the last video that I put up before this, I produced a beat in Logic, a really nice slow R&B, very emotional kind of beat. And I told you, since I've been sick with bronchitis, I told you guys that I wasn't going to be recording for a while. But what I did was I tried to record anyways for you guys because I was so pumped up about this beat. I just kind of wanted to do like a little quick tutorial. I ain't going to show all my tips or anything like that, but hopefully you guys enjoy this video. That's the main thing that I want you guys to get out of it. The other video didn't show me making a beat. You could just hear it. So I kind of want to show you guys something. I'm not going to show you guys what I did with instrument by instrument, one by one, but I will play it, this beat, actually without the vocals first, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So check this out. First things first is, all right, now you see all on my instrument tracks, letting you know right now, I got a lot of different instruments and stuff like that. Pretty much pianos, strings, electric pianos, guitars, a little applause, sound effect, jazz kit, stuff like that. I made a really nice beat, and I'm gonna let you guys check it out. So I'm gonna show you guys some of the things that I did. Now, right off the back, I'm gonna tell you right now, the way that I did the vocals, this is not really the wrong way, but um, it's really hard on your CPU to put all these plugins on the inserts for each vocal track. But I didn't think I was gonna record vocals, and it was just kind of like a step-by-step kind of thing. So I really didn't feel like setting up the aux tracks. So normally, right off the back, what you would do is just set up an auxiliary track, and for all the vocals that you want to have pretty much the same effects, you will put the EQs, compressors, de-essers, stuff like that, whatever you need on the vocal tracks, or you would just use the EQ and compressor and put the de-essers on the track to try to free up some CPU space, and then use another auxiliary track for your reverb and delay like I did here. Okay, but let me go ahead and play the beat and let you guys check it out. So as you can hear, that's a very emotional kind of R&B beat, if you will. Really thought about my brother, brought out a lot of emotion, so that's the kind of emotion I felt, and that's the beat that it turned out to be. All right, now for the good part. Well, I'll go in and tell you this. So for each track, say, all right, for instance, the instruments, pianos and stuff, I like to use the analyzers when but that's what you would normally do with a lot of your tracks, vocals and anything, to kind of free up some frequency space and kind of clean up some of that muddiness. Is you would cut anything below like 60 hertz, because most people can't hear it anyways, and most producers or most speakers or whatever uh, don't produce that much low end anyway. So why keep it in the mix? So I usually cut mine. It just depends. Um, As you see, I went in and put a compressor, uh, reverbs, EQs, stuff like that for the instruments. Now, I don't want to talk too much about the instruments. Now, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys hear the vocals, and this part should be really exciting for you guys. So let me kind of turn this up just a little bit so I can hear it, but I don't want it to affect my screen flow. All right, so here we go. Right off the back, I'm going to go ahead. I told you guys that I was sick. Bronchitis is obviously a big deal. There's no way to ever record. You never record unless you're 100%. But I kind of enjoyed the little raspiness that my voice was kind of having today. Definitely not 100%, but it was very enjoyable to do with this recording. So before I get into the vocals, I'm going to tell you guys what I used. I used the ST69 Sterling audio microphone. You know, that's not my normal setup. I just used it to kind of put some vocals through it. And I'm using a Samson compressor, 4-channel compressor. You know, the ST69 has its own power supply box. And I'm passing that through a R2 professional microphone preamplifier preamp into my Audio Fast Track Ultra interface, obviously into Logic. Okay, so with that being said, this is an auto-tune effect program. It's not necessarily like the normal pitch corrector the auto-tune have, but this was really cool to try to mess with. I used it to kind of help me out with my raspiness today. I kind of like the tone that it gave me. I didn't need it, but with the raspiness and me being hoarse and stuff like that, it was best, obviously, to use it. Okay, so I used that as my first plugin. The next plugin I used was the API plugin. I put it on a box lead, made a couple changes to how I like it. Really right out the back, you have different hertz, highs, mids, and low range. Anytime it's lows, usually I like to cut, but there really wasn't anything to cut much. So what I did was 50 hertz, basically left it at 0, but I usually cut it down to like -9 or whatever that may be, just to cut the low end out of my vocals. Then I use the API lead vox. You know, this is the compressor. The compressor, as you can see, I got the ratio of 6, the attack at 1, the threshold, and that's pretty much all I use for that. Then I got a de-esser, of course, and the reason why I'm showing you this before I actually get into letting you guys hear the vocals is because I want you to be able to hear the changes of it. So I use a de-esser, and I use the EQ, obviously. Like I said, I cut the low end out, and it's definitely cut from 95 hertz and under. Anything under 95 hertz is cut out, and I boosted the highs a little bit. I mean the mids, I used the API plugin to boost my highs a little bit. Didn't need to do it too much because I got the Pro Channel R2 that has EQs and compressors on it that I already used. Then I sent it to auxiliary track for some verb here, so you can see which one I'm using, platinum verb. And I created another auxiliary track with echoes and tap delays. So check this out. Now that I did all that extreme talking, I want you guys to listen to it. Here we go. So I'm gonna option click, take this off real quick, and I want you guys to actually leave comments. Tell me what you think.
I'm feeling it, babe. emotion. You will never ever know my pain. Know my pain now. You will never know what I be feeling. Cause you and I will never be the same. Oh no, my life is so different without my brother. You will never ever know my pain. Oh, this time it hurts so damn bad. The more I think about it, the more I get mad.
So I don't know what you guys think about that. I thought it sounded pretty good, especially with me being sick. Like I said, my voice had like some raspiness that I kind of enjoyed. My voice is usually a lot softer and smoother, but I kind of enjoyed that today, the emotion behind it. So what I did with these tracks right here was I recorded two harmonies and I doubled up on them because people's always asking me how do I mix my harmonies and record harmonies for hooks and you know bridge and stuff like that. Well, I double up on each harmony, and when I double up on each harmony, um, I pan it out to give it some space, and I don't pan it all the way out. Uh, it just depends. If I have a lot of vocals, I pan it out just a little bit each at a time to be able to give it some stereo image and space. So I panned it out to 35 to the left, negative 35, positive 35 to the right for the first harmonies, and then for the second harmonies, negative 50 to the left and positive 50 to the right, and adjusted them and balanced them. And you obviously heard how they sounded. Okay, so right off the back, there's usually a lot more processes that I do with the vocals and instruments. Usually, I'll put all the instruments, bust them, send outputs to auxiliary track, and do parallel compression and create some space, do whatever I need to do with that different instruments, and then I do another one with the vocals, and I kind of use a EQ and all this other stuff to kind of create some space so the vocals can sit nicely either on top of the beat in the center or under the beat a little bit. Just depends, personal preference. So right off the back, I want to show you guys also. Let me just do it on the lead, and let me go ahead and mute the rest of these vocals because I want you guys actually to hear what my mixing process was able to do for my vocals in general. Now, like I said, I sound like shit right now, so it probably wouldn't be too beneficial if I took all the plugins off. So let's do this. All right, so check this out. Listen to it. And I'll even do it. Turn on a cycle right here.
Look, you will never feel my emotion. You will never ever know my pain.
You know what? I don't even want any reverb or any of that stuff right now. So let's turn these off. All right, so check it out. First we have this first vocal.
You will never feel my emotion. You will never ever know my pain. You will never know what I be feeling. Cause you and I will never be the same.
Now that I did that, I want you guys to actually hear it when I start inputting each effect. So check it out.
Look, you will never feel my emotion. You will never ever know my pain. You will never know what I be feeling. Cause you and I will never be the same. And my life is so different without my brother.
So you guys can hear that. That's really, really nice in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think. Um, check this out. So that's dry. With the effects, that's no reverb, no delay. Watch this. Just adding the reverb and delay.
No, I'm feeling the pain. Listen, look, you will never feel my emotion. You will never ever know my pain.
So that's pretty much what I did with that. And I also did some cool stuff with automation. Some of these ad-libs that I had, they were too loud for me. So I created automation to go in and turn those down some. And I also did some cool effects with the panning for this vocal here.
So look, you will never feel my emotion. You will never ever know my pain. No. You will never know what I be. It hurt so damn bad. No.
So yeah, that's what I did as far as that. Last thing that I wanted to show you guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this tutorial. If you want to figure out how to use automation, you just hit A. I mean, I guess I can tell you guys that. But anyways, yeah. Next thing I did was for the actual output track, for everything that's been outputted. Like I said, I didn't do all the steps that I normally would do to get the song mixed and mastered and all that. I just wanted to kind of show you guys this stuff because it's kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been in a groove lately because I've been sick. But I made this beat. I loved it and wanted to do some test vocals. So I will be recording the song over again. So for this purposes right now, what I did was just for the output, I put a multi compressor on there. And what I did with the multi compressor was basically, usually in the track, you cut out a lot of the low end in tracks. And obviously you cut out a lot of high end, so you use low end, low pass filters and high pass filters to cut out a lot, you know, for the instruments and vocals, to create some space and kind of like save some room when it comes to doing mastering and stuff like that. You don't need a lot of the lows and the highs anyway because we can only hear between 20 hertz and 20K. So with that being said, what I did was I used a multi compressor to come in and like use the threshold and the expander threshold. And I'm basically using a multi compressor to replace some of the stuff that I took out and kind of give it an overall compressed balance. So I took out the low end, I took out a lot of low end, took out a lot of high end, and what I did was use the threshold, the multi compressor, to be able to put some of that stuff back in. And that's what I did. So I also put a stereo imager on there to kind of widen it out, give everything stereo image, kind of widen some things out a little bit, make stuff sit in the mix a little bit better. Also use the expander. I'll tell you guys about that in another tutorial, and I obviously use adaptive limiter. But I'm going to play it because I want you guys to hear it without.
I'm feeling it, babe. know my pain, now. You would never know what I be feeling. Cause you and I would never be the same. Oh no, my life is so different without my brother. You would never ever know my pain. Oh, it hurt so damn bad.
Alright, so I'm gonna play it one more time for you guys. Make sure that everything is not muted. As you can tell, everything that I did on the output made a big difference. If you can't hear that, then you don't have an ear for music, and I can't help you.
I'm feeling the pain. Listen, look. You will never feel my emotion. You will never ever know my pain, now. You will never know what I be feeling. Cause you and I will never be the same. Oh no, my life is so different without my brother. You will never ever know my pain. Oh, this time it hurts so damn bad. The more I think about it, the more I get mad.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, little tutorial things that I'm doing in Logic. I use Logic Pro Tools Cubase. I'm a professional audio engineer, so these things I would know. Everybody has different ways of doing it. Every engineer, there's no such thing as a better engineer than the other engineer. Everybody just kind of have their own personal preference, and some of us, our ways tend to sound better than others. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, this video. I hope you enjoyed the music, the beat, the vocals, stuff like that. I had a lot of fun doing it. Can't wait till I get better to re-record it. And yeah, please subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Share this video and just watch my other videos. I'm gonna put my mixtape link in the description box, so you can go ahead and go download my mixtape, and we'll go from there. So yeah, stay tuned for more.